No, I shouldn't have read.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Mixtape Show, and we got a special segment here, man. This is pretty dope, man. Got an artist that's going to be new to the Mixtape Show family. He goes by the name of CSG Pain, and then we got my sis Red January joining us.
Yeah.
Gonna release this new single we're gonna play here in just a second. They just fresh off the presses released a new album. We're gonna get into that, man. But first and foremost, man, congratulations on the release, guys. How y'all doing, man?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed.
There you go. There we go. And so the new CSG, man, CSG Pain is what you go by. Just released a new album, man. What's the name of that album that you just dropped?
The name of the album, man, is A Dead Man Walking. Very deep, very special to me. I hope it touches a lot of people. That's the plan.
There we go. There we go. And Red, you're involved in a couple joints as well. So how you feeling right now with the release? I know we talked a little bit off air, but how you feeling right now?
I don't even know. I'm still searching for some feelings. It's a little surreal. It's a little deeper than just the music. It hits home in a lot of ways. So I'm still exploring my feelings right now. But I'm excited, I'm happy, and I feel accomplished.
Understandable. And CSG Pain, man. Just from the title alone, and I know a little bit about your background. Red kind of hit me up on game a little bit prior to the project being dropped, and I know you got a story to tell, and the music is definitely helping that. If you don't mind, real quick, brother, just kind of let the people know, man. Kind of just born and raised, and when you started doing music, not professionally, but just in general. When did you get into the music thing? At what age?
Oh man, I started recording and writing and recording music real young, man. Probably 13, 14 years old. I think it was always something I did to kind of let my feelings out, and I was always really emotional and passionate about music. So there was always a lot of passion in my music, and I always did music with great vocalists. It was always I was always good at bringing the best out of other artists, as well as just rapping. You can only do so much rapping. So since I was a young dude, I had that formula. Up in Topeka, Kansas, but I was born in Oklahoma, in the sticks.
Right.
Where that's at, Oklahoma, and then I moved to Topeka, Kansas, around middle school and stuff like that, and that's where I grew up at, in the middle of the map.
There you go, man.
Middle of the map.
Middle of the map, middle of the world, right? and just from the couple of joints I've heard, man, you truly speak to your emotions with the music, and it's that's I don't want to say it's rare these days, but it's hard for a lot of artists who they just want a certain look with their music. They want to be perceived a certain way, but I kind of like how you just lay it all out there, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as what you're going through and stuff like that, man. Has that always been a hard thing for you when you got started doing this? Do you feel a certain type of way when you kind of let your vulnerable self out there to put in the music?
I mean, yeah, being vulnerable, that's a good word that you use for it, because a lot of times it's just, that's exactly really what it is. The world gonna judge you anyway, man. The world's it's just a real terrible place. It's a nasty place. Everybody's judgmental. Everybody feels like they know what you should do, when you should do it, and how you should do it, and stuff like that. They know more about your life than they do their own these days. That's just right. How the world is. So as soon as you, with me, myself, I was probably really young when I stopped kind of giving a damn about what people thought. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, as soon as you get to that point to where you really, really don't care what people think, you know what I'm saying? Like it's even a whole nother level of that, to where you can really be yourself, and you don't really see the outside looking in. You don't really hear the stuff people say and stuff like that. And you really are 100% vulnerable, and it's just you in the music. And I think that has a lot to do with it. When you stop worrying about what other people think, and you just worry about you and the music, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll be able to be unique. That's kind of your DNA, is you, you know what I'm saying? So being yourself, that's the key, man.
And Red, what about you? I know, like I said, we got a history as far as personal. So I know, a little bit, not everything, but I know What about you, as far as you being an artist and being that, having that vulnerable and putting it out there? Is that a kind of still like a thing for you where that makes you
Yeah,
uncomfortable?
it does. It makes me uncomfortable. And it's something that
True.
I've really had to be intentional about working through, because I do have a hell of a story and it has to be told. So just, to be my authentic self and to really not give a damn, like Payne said, about what people are talking about. So much noise, and typically the noise is coming from the people who are the closest to you, who think they know the most about you. And those are just, stigmas and situations that we have to get through personally. And being an artist and music being an outlet, I think that's a good way to be vulnerable, but to keep, some mystery about it too, so you don't feel completely naked.
Definitely.
It's like a balance you got to find.
Definitely. And Pain, man, Dead Man Walking. Why do we title it that?
Man, that sounds scary, don't it? Like zombie stuff, man. Dead man walking. Nah, man. That's one of those things too. I mean, kind of like the subject we touching on now. A dead man walking, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been through it all. You're kind of, everything that was designed to get you, to kill you, to hinder you, to stop you, even you're like, you're taking it, it's happening to you, but you're not really laying down for it. You know what I'm saying? You're not giving up on it. You've been through everything that there is to go through that's supposed to stop you. You should be shut down right now. You should be dead even. But you walking, you know what I'm saying? And it's exactly that. It's like, bro, like, dude, that's supposed to be dead, like, he right here in front of us. And he's telling his story and stuff, and it's crazy because he should be dead. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm listening to the story, when I'm listening to what's going on in this dude's life and all the stuff that he's been through, it sounds like, a story that you would hear in the past tense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that this guy went through before he died. But no, this is something this guy went through that he's right here in front of us, and he's still doing magnificent things, great things that, people that, haven't went through half of the things, people that give up on small battles and stuff like that. It's just a really you know what I'm saying? It's a never die attitude. It's the walking is the key part of a dead man walking. Like, yeah, he a dead man, whatever, but he's walking and do it.
And just to flip it with the wordplay too, I was thinking about this as you were telling the story that physically you could be a dead man walking too, but there are a lot of people out here who are emotionally dead. It's a lot of people out here who are mentally dead. And
spiritually dead.
Yeah, so I can definitely see that title just being so many different meanings with the music.
So loaded.
You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like when you read a book, you get different meanings out of what you read, kind of thing.
Every time you read it, if you revisit it, you get something different. Put you in a different mood. Yeah, because I was listening to the album a little while ago, and Soul is one of the songs that I'm on the album, and even in learning the song when it was being written, whatever, we trying to arrange it, we're recording it. It didn't sound the same to me all of those times that it did today. It took on a totally different life meaning. You know what I mean? Now I'm like, nana boo boo. That's the mood I'm in, the soul. Yeah. Whereas before I was like, So it's great. Music can just evoke so many different emotions, and being masterful at using your craft and being able to wield it like a tool and being able to present the flip sides of it to the world so they can tap in too. Like, that's a gift.
Yeah. And Pain, is this your first official release, or have you released any previous works?
Nah, this isn't my first. I haven't released anything in 10 years. And I haven't been doing music for a while. Mainly just I want to blame myself, like, just not really believing in the dream and having so much kids and stuff like that, and so much real life to deal with, and not really ready to take that leap or that chance and stuff like that. And you kind of got to just chalk that up to not really, it not being time, I guess, it not being time for us to do what we're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I call it your fuck it moment. You know what I'm saying? When you in your mind or you just tired of something, you're like, you know what, fuck it, let me go on and do it.
Real talk,
man. I'm telling you,
it takes that, man.
Yeah, and how long did it take you to put this project together?
Yeah, man, this is crazy, right? I wrote this project in about 3 weeks, and we started writing it in December, and it's out in May. So what is that? About six months, man.
Yeah. 6 months.
Yeah, I mean the physical manifestation of it was 6 months, but like you said, 10 years it took you to get to that point, basically, right?
Oh yeah, everything that went into this. Oh man, years and years. Oh, more than 10 for sure.
Yeah.
I started right out the gate. I said the devil tried to bait me in. I hated Lynn. He beat my mama at the age of 10. I started right out with it. You know what I'm saying? Straight out the gate. So that's 20 years right there.
Yeah. It's definitely dope, brother, because in the Black community, where we're always told to take those feelings and those emotions and then pat them down and hide them somewhere. And it's definitely dope that yourself and Red, you guys can use your art, because everybody doesn't have that outlet where they can use their art to get it out and get it and do that. So I can definitely see this project being an inspiration for those who may be feeling those same type of feelings that you guys may have. And it can help them cope with the stuff that they may be going through too, man. So I commend you guys, and as a person who's we've all had trauma in our lifetimes, and we've all dealt with stuff. So it's dope to see people who can use their outlets to kind of get that out in a safe way where they're not out there doing crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's therapeutic. It is. This has been not just Payne's journey, and I'm really appreciative for him bringing me on, because it just was a really organic thing, and his story became my story, and a lot of this is close to home for me too, and it was therapy. He was going through stuff, I was going through stuff, and just bringing the manifestation into a tangible state to be able to write the words on paper and see them and say them and hear them and speak them. And it really, God just really breathed life into it, and it took on a life of its own. We just the vessels. We just, praying together and bumping heads and throwing ideas up against the wall and hoping and praying. And we broke out here. We out here hustling and grinding and sacrificing to get this done. And in 5-6 months, a whole project.
Yeah. You can whenever.
It's so surreal.
Yeah, whenever that light bulb turns on, it turns on. You can't really, it's hard, because I know Red personally. I know you was, for a little bit, you was kind of, the inspiration is hard to get sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you have those moments where you just you stare at paper and pen and you just don't know what to do, and then the light bulb just cut on for you, and that's dope to see that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't.
Yeah. Hey, that you say that, because real quick. You and Red, when we first got to, talking about doing this music, she hadn't really heard any of my music, but you have to think, sometimes you have to take a chance. And this was her own battle that she was dealing with. And she took a chance. She got up and she drove from Texas to Oklahoma to the country. I was in the sticks. She didn't know who she was getting herself into with. She coming down here for me to write her a song, and she had never heard any of my songs. It's just it was just the energy and the feel behind it. Everything felt right. So she got on the road and she shot there, and we spent 3 days writing a couple songs, and Sunshine was one of them. But we also wrote some stuff for her. And she was able to at least sing some stuff that she was going through and kind of put it in a form where she felt comfortable with it, and hear some beats that she liked. And she hadn't really felt that in a long time, and it gave her a little confidence, you know what I'm saying, to make her want to do more and believe in herself more. And that's all it takes, man, is just a little bit of belief, man. Once you start believing in yourself and you start having that confidence, and the people around you ain't trying to steal it from you, they trying to feed it with you. They feeding your fire, and you got your fire burning, and everybody that you around feeding your fire, ain't no telling what's going to happen.
For sure, man.
People that try to put your fire out, though.
There you go. So let's talk about the new single, Sunshine. What's the message? What's the energy that you guys put into this joint?
Don't let them put your fire out.
Don't let nobody put your fire out. Your mind plays tricks on you. Sometimes we put our own fires out, but whatever it is, don't let the motherfuckers put your fire out, man. Period. Whatever that means to you, whoever you are, whatever you're going through, the story is applicable to whoever. Don't let nobody put your fire out.
Exactly, man. So Payne, what's the plan now, man? You just dropped a project. So what else you want to knock out this year with this project? What's some of the things you got on your goal board?
Currently writing a book, you know what I'm saying? But with this project and stuff, I'm hoping it opens up some doors for me to do some work with some bigger artists. I definitely want to do work with bigger artists. I definitely want to get in position to perform on some major venues and just building my fan base. That's the main focus. And from there, you know, to discuss some money, some budget, you know what I'm saying? This is my life. Come on. I ain't doing it for nothing, but I definitely the message makes it all so much better. It makes it feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Something I always wanted to, but I'm also a young thug from the central side of Topeka, so it ain't always been about helping people. But it feels good. This feels what regular rap feels like, and what the gangster rap feels like, and all that. It's just soulful music, man, and it just feels good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to expanding that, and maybe even open up that avenue so big, but all these young artists stop doing what they doing and they start talking about that real shit, and they start putting people up on real shit and expanding their talents. You know what I'm saying? People like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar and stuff like that, they making these boys have to reach instead of just, you know, getting away with some auto tune and a little bit of harmonizing and stuff like that. They haven't reached down in their bag. So that's going to keep hip hop alive in the long run. That's what's going to keep it, you know, to where our kids can have it too, to where it ain't completely washed away.
There you go. Yeah. What about you, Red? What you got, Red? What you want to do this year? What's some of your goals for the year?
I'm trying to get this EP drop. So that's the goal. And shit, pushing this project, you know, shit, this is a platform. This is bigger than us, you know. So all of the energy and blood, sweat, and tears that we put into this is just the beginning. So we got shit to do. Yeah. We got work to do. Now the real work begins. We feeling like, oh, we can rest, but really now it's time to catch a second wind. Yeah. Because the work is just now beginning. So that's really my focus. Is, you know, my calendar is pretty full as far as touring with Bricks in the Wall. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm even working on some movie sets here coming up soon with this makeup artistry. So God is good, and he's been blessing, and he's opening doors, and everything that my hand is in is linked to the next thing. And so I'm just pushing. We just pushing, and we just trusting God that he's got it under control, and we just our vessels being used, and we hope we can touch the world with it.
Definitely.
Red's a world-class artist. She can do it all. I can't do all that stuff. I can't sing, put the makeup. I'm in the movie. I can rap a little bit. Whatever you need. I'm the model.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
I can't do all that.
Listen, your gift will make room for you. Whatever I need that's gonna open up another door for us, for whatever I got going on. Hey, I'm gonna do it. If I can't do it, I'm gonna figure it out.
There you go. There you go.
My stylist that's at me.
There you go, bro.
Letting her pick my clothes out one day.
I hear you, brother. Well, I tell you what, man, Red, you already know, always welcome. Pain, man, friend of you now officially part of the family here in the Mixtape Show, man. And whenever those joints drop, just keep coming back and let's keep breaking these records, man. And how about we premiere this joint, man? I'll let you throw it to the new single.
Throw it to the new single, Pain.
Hey, man, it's CSG Pain featuring Red January for sure. Make sure you go look for it everywhere on every platform. We appreciate you. It's Sunshine, baby. Don't let them put your fire out. Sunshine, please come back to me.
Come back to me.
There we go. Sure. Support the artist, buy the music. It's cool to stream, but I think it's even better when you pay for the music. So go ahead and purchase their music and support them, man. And we're gonna keep playing these records. How about that?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We'll be right back.